Hi, Collective. It is Intuitive Pisces Moon giving you a collective general reading today. These are all the decks I'm going to be using. So just want to touch base and see what energy we're sitting in. Hopefully some messages that want to come through. Let's jump in. Okay. So I hope everybody is doing well today whenever this message finds you. All right, let's see what we have. So I am shuffling the Energy Oracle deck. I'm going to use this as just kind of a base. See where we're at, and then we'll kind of play off of these cards. Ooh, somebody is upset over a broken heart. Okay, then we have envy. Somebody might be envious. I don't know why, but I'm seeing this as somebody upset that they're not getting something from someone that they wanted. They're envious, the thinking man. So we have a goddess of the moon. All right, let's look at these. So we have hostilities in the upright with a broken heart. So somebody is mad and hostile even over a broken heart. And now I'm seeing envy with the goddess of the moon and the thinking man. So maybe the thinking man is leaving a relationship and somebody is hostile, brokenhearted, and envious of it because they want something with the goddess of the moon. So that's kind of the way I'm reading this so far. All right, let's take a look. We're going to jump into the tarot. Today, I am using the Nightmare Before Christmas deck. There's Jack. Let's get into it. All right, I'm going to play on each pile. So let's clarify down with each of these, okay? So first one out is hostilities. So let's see what that means for somebody. Let's tap into hostilities. What's up with hostilities? Spirit, let's clarify hostilities. Okay, we have the Four of Swords, so that's healing a broken heart. That's what comes after the Three of Swords. So that's healing, rest, rejuvenation. Oops, that one fell way over there. That is the Six of Pentacles. Okay, so that's balance, that's reciprocity. All right, then we have the Five of Wands. So that is battle, conflict. It could be healthy or not. And the Four of Wands in reverse. Okay. So, wow. Bottom of the deck, there he is. King of Pentacles. So maybe somebody's coming out of hostilities because these two don't signify that, but these two do. This is about rest and rejuvenation, healing, balance, reciprocity. And then you have battle and conflict or competition, and the Four of Wands in reverse. So the Four of Wands is the happy home, the marriage, that sort of situation, and it's in reverse. So somebody could be getting hostile over somebody leaving a home, or a relationship. And I kind of gathered that up here too at the top. And then at the bottom is the King of Pentacles. So maybe the King of Pentacles is the thinking man. We also have the King of Swords and Ace of Swords, which is truth and clarity, new perspective. All right, let's get into the next one, which is Broken Heart. So that's technically like the Three of Swords. Let's see what's up with this broken heart energy. Okay, Six of Wands, that's victory. Victory and success. We have the Five of Swords, which is definitely battle, conflict, winning at all costs. Three of Cups is typically celebrations, getting together with friends. Then we have the Three of Wands, which is about having your ships come in. You've done work. You made a choice. Now your ships are coming in. So it seems like in every pile we have a five. These fives. Doesn't matter what's going on with the other cards. These fives are poking out. And they're like, nope, 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 nope. You can't have success. Your ships aren't coming in. You can't celebrate with others because I want to fight you. So I'm reading this very much as somebody wants to progress and do good for themselves, heal, rest, rejuvenation, have balance, have success and victory, wants to celebrate, have their ships come in, their desires, their wishes, whatever. And yet we have these two fives here in the reverse Four of Wands saying, no, 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 you can't have it. Somebody is trying to prevent somebody from moving on, from having the things they desire, and they're getting hostile about it. They may be even brokenhearted about it. And the broken heart could pertain to more than just one person. Maybe the thinking man is brokenhearted because he really does want to move on with the goddess of the moon, but somebody is just doing everything with the hostilities to prevent them from going there. All right, let's get into the envy card. Somebody is clearly envious and doesn't want this for the other person. I'm seeing somebody crying and like kind of holding onto their feet as they're walking out the door with their bags and saying, no, stay with me. No, please don't go. And because of the battle and conflict and competition that's here, I'm also seeing this as they're playing dirty. They are not playing fair. They are not, they could be manipulative. They could be manipulating situations in their favor to try to make a person stay, even though they clearly don't want to be there and they want to move on and get out of this. All right, so under envy, we have the Hierophant, the Two of Swords, which is about not seeing the truth, failing to see the truth. So somebody who's envious probably has that blindfold on and they're like, nope, 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 it's not over yet. Because I don't say it's over yet, you can't leave. It's just very petty, in my opinion. Justice. So that's telling me that justice is happening on this situation. Somebody called justice and said, you know what? It's not fair that you are trying to keep this person trapped when they don't want to be trapped, clearly. And there is the King of Pentacles. And we also have the Page of Cups. Yeah, the Page of Pentacles wants to offer his cup to somebody else. So whoever this person is that's hanging on for dear life and battling and being hostile, with the thinking man or the King of Pentacles, justice is coming for you. I'm just gonna say that. I mean, I don't want to wish bad on anybody, but you play stupid games, you're gonna get stupid prizes. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Okay. Let's go to Goddess of the Moon. What's up with this Goddess of the Moon? Let's clarify that one. All right. So we have Judgment and Ace of Potions, which is Ace of Cups. That's beautiful energy right there. Goddess of the Moon, she already judges things in her life and knows what needs to be put in place and where and who should be there and who shouldn't. And that's kind of the way I see that he's making out that Santa list in the actual card there. And then we have Ace of Potions. So that is a cup of love. That's somebody saying, I have this beautiful cup of love. And then on top of that, we have Ace of Swords, which is truth and clarity. Wheel of Fortune. So that is in the upright. So that is things going in your favor. All right. And that also goes along with the Justice card for me. That's basically justice is coming to put out this other person who's just fighting on the way out. It also reminds me of, I don't know if it's from a movie or something that I saw, and it had to have been a cartoon because clearly we're not going to depict this in real life, but it's a pelican trying to eat a fish or something, and it's choking the pelican on the way down. Like, no, I'm not going down. Kind of reminded me of like Finding Nemo, maybe. But it's somebody who just doesn't want to leave. They're fighting on the way out. They don't want to go. They want to cause conflict for somebody or multiple people. Maybe this jealous person or envious person wants bad not only on the thinking man or the King of Pentacles, but also this Goddess of the Moon. Both could be under attack with the hostilities. And it's funny that under hostilities, we also got, other competition, battle, conflict cards. So somebody is really just, like I said, fighting on the way out the door. They don't want to go, so they're putting up a hissy fit on the way out. They're trying to beg and plead. They're being manipulative. They're trying to do anything they possibly can to this King of Pentacles to make him not leave and go towards the Goddess of the Moon. I don't know if any of it is working, but it really seems like if we're going to count the amount of cards here that are opposition versus wanting to go forward, it's only 2. So you pretty much have all these cards of this masculine who wants to go towards the Goddess of the Moon, and there is more cards that are pro that than there are anti that. So you could try all you want to throw your measly things out at the last second, the last ditch effort. But I'm seeing here, it's not going to work. It's not going to change the outcome of anything. You're just throwing your hissy fits just to throw them. Maybe that's just what you did your whole life and it worked for you thus far. Okay, let's get into the thinking man. Let's see, let's clarify the thinking man and see what's going on with him. All right, so we have the Devil and the Emperor. Oh boy. Okay, so the Devil could mean a couple things. It could be doing shadow work. The thinking man might be doing his shadow work. He might also be stuck in some sort of toxic devil energy. That could be this other person. Then you have the Emperor, and that is strong masculine energy. He's out here saying, I am the Emperor, and what I say goes. That's how I see this. He's putting his foot down. He's throwing his authority around, and he's saying, I'm tired of this. I don't want to deal with it anymore. I know what I want, and I'm ready to go for it. And the odds are in our favor. That's what I see. So let's see what else comes out for this pile. Okay. Ooh, Ace of Pentacles. That's 3 aces down here. Okay. Just in these 2 piles alone. It feels like, again, talk about old energy, past energy. This is now. We're here in this realm. We now have Ace of Cups, Ace of Swords, Ace of Pentacles. Okay. These are fresh, brand new starts in love, truth, and clarity. And that could be like a monetary thing or, opportunities, whatever the case. But, it's all about being handed something from spirit, from the divine. All right. And then we have Knight of Pentacles. Okay. So this is slow moving but stable energy. You can trust it. It is a solid foundation. He does move slow and he takes his time to get there. However, he gets there. And when he does get there, it's solid. It is good. And so that tells me that none of this is affecting him and that he is asserting his authority on his way out the door and saying, you know what? I don't care what kind of hostility or envy you have. You want to cry about a broken heart. Like, how do you think I feel? My heart's broken because I want to be with this goddess of the moon and you're keeping me stuck here. And I'm done and I don't want to be here anymore. And you even have the devil at the end, which could be temptation. Maybe again with the manipulative energy, somebody might know that this masculine is typically tempted by something and maybe they're trying to use that against him. That's kind of how I see that situation too. So, oh, yeah. Bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Swords. So that's somebody in a, childlike energy and kind of ready and willing to take on new tasks, may fumble a little bit at first, but is willing and able. And then underneath that, we have the Queen of Swords and the Two of Cups. There's your soulmate, baby. Ten of Wands. All right. I'm done with this deck for now. Let's move on. We're going to get the Panther Oracle. All right. And we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to go down the piles. So first, let's jump in with hostilities in this pile and see what we have for hostilities. All right, Spirit. What messages? There we go. So we have indulgement, persuasion, bribe, or temptation. Yep, that's that manipulative energy. Somebody may have even tried to do magic to keep this masculine here. I'm willing to bet that on my life. They probably threw something out there to keep him in some sort of daydreamy environment, very Piscean energy. All right, let's see if there's any more for that pile. There it is, last one. Okay, so stress. Yes, somebody did black magic to try to keep this masculine here. And they wanted this person to be stressed out and in a daydreamy energy. And they may even have tried to tempt them with a bribe or to keep them there. Again, that's the manipulative energy. So that is just, ugh. When you feel the energy of this, it is blah. It's just yuck. Okay, let's go to Broken Heart. What is in the Broken Heart pile? All right, we have Sweetheart. Somebody is thinking of their sweetheart with a broken heart. Fury. Okay, Fury. They're pissed that they're not with their sweetheart. We have Luck. Luck is like the Wheel of Fortune, especially in the upright. It's like luck is on your side. The three of Wands is you're going to get it. Your ships are coming in. Your sweetheart, you're getting luck. And Compromise. So I also see this as third wheel. This is three people here, and the man's in the middle. So I also am thinking compromising position. So maybe somebody wanted to catch somebody in a compromising position and get them in trouble. But based on what I'm seeing, is this person's mad that it didn't work. Their black magic didn't work. They're not in a stressful mood. They may still be daydreaming, but they're not taking bribes. They know luck is on their side and they want their sweetheart. And this other person is mad. The other lady is mad. Because on here it says agreement, reconciliation, and consideration. And it's between two ladies. So even though he seems kind of dumbfounded is the word that came to mind. You look at his face, he's just like, I don't know what to do. Help me. That's where he becomes the thinking man. He's like, I gotta think. I gotta get myself out of this. I gotta figure this out. I want my sweetheart. My other person is pissed, but I know luck is on my side. So I'm gonna move forward and do that. Okay, let's get into the envy card. What do we have with the envy card? Illness. Ooh, somebody is like sick over this. Like, not only are they envious, they are sick over it. They are making themselves just ill. Okay, we have friendship, team connection. Maybe they're invoking the help of their friends, or maybe this masculine is doing the same. He's like, well, you're sick at home in this broken-hearted, hostile, envious energy. I'm going to go hang out with my friends because they aren't like that and it's easier. Okay, then we have relaxation, peace, tranquility, and easiness. And then collaboration. Yeah, that goes along with the friends. All right. So somebody wants to collab with friends and be in a relaxed state. Again, with the daydreaming. But this other person is in a furious energy, illness, and probably stressed out, because a lot of times what happens with black magic is if it doesn't work, it doesn't go to the person you intended it to go to, well, it's got to go somewhere. Guess where it goes? Yep, it goes right back to the person. It goes right back to the person who sent it, especially if you're doing your return to senders. Let me just say, do your return to senders. Because now this person is in all these ugly energies, stressed out, pissed, and sick over it. Your person wants to move on. I almost said get over it and suck it up, Buttercup. But now I said it, so I've already said it. Let's see what's up with this Goddess of the Moon. All right, Goddess of the Moon. Loneliness. Oh, see, guys, don't you feel bad for this Goddess of the Moon? She's been lonely. Disappointment, isolation, dullness. She's just sitting there on her bed of one, looking out her window, wondering where her masculine is. Robbery, exploitation, incaution, and unfairness. Justice. Oh, there's the justice again. I love it. So I'm seeing that loneliness and robbery together with the Goddess of the Moon. You know, I immediately felt like sad seeing her sitting at the edge of the bed, just looking out the window, being by herself. I feel like that could have been part of the black magic. Okay, maybe as I said before, the person who's in the hostile envious energy, it's not just towards this masculine who wants to leave, but it's also towards the goddess of the moon. And so, being that this person wants to keep your person, goddess of the moon's person, and not let him move on with, who he's destined to be with, they probably did the black magic, again, to have the masculine in these bad energies, but now they are in it, with the illness, the fury, the stress. And they wished loneliness on the goddess of the moon. They wanted the goddess of the moon to be in such a lonely, isolated energy. And that's where I'm picking up on the robbery. It's like they're trying to rob this relationship from the goddess of the moon. But here's the thing. Justice and promise are here. So I am under the impression that it's not working. While yes, the goddess of the moon may be sitting at the edge of the bed lonely, but she knows that this is temporary and that it won't last forever, because justice always prevails, love always prevails, and we have a promise coming in. All right, the thinking man. First one out is self-love. All right, I love that, because I'm picking up that a lot of the reasons this masculine is able to get out of this relationship and move on is because of self-love. You have to love yourself enough to know when it's time to go. And if you continue to stay, for the other person because they're crying and manipulating you the whole time, that's not love. It means you probably don't love yourself enough to leave. And I don't know if you love that other person, but a lot of times when you have black magic done on you, it can feel real. You have to decipher and use your discernment and decide what is real and what isn't. Okay, this one came out with one extra card. All right. So let's read on this last pile here for this deck. So under self-love, we have death. So he is letting something die because he's done with it. It says endless harm inevitable. So yep, that relationship is inevitably going to end because you are choosing self-love. And then this is self-worth, ego, self-esteem. So pride is a tricky topic because it can be ego-based and you have to be careful with it. If it is ego-based, your pride can get you in trouble. Like if you're too proud to admit something or you're too proud to do the right thing, that's when it can kind of get you in trouble. But here it's focusing more on the self-worth and the self-esteem, which very much ties into the self-love. So good for you, King of Pentacles, thinking man, for giving yourself some self-love, some self-esteem, some self-worth, letting things end that don't serve you. And then the final two cards are marriage and indulgence. So this is like the Three of Cups here. Celebration and a marriage. So, like I said, it doesn't matter what this envious person tries to do as like a last ditch effort before this ends. The cards say it's over and that it's just time to let go. All right. So the next two decks I am actually going to use the books for because I want to see a couple things. So I think maybe we'll get one of these per pile just to kind of get an explanation. But this is the Wild Mystic Oracle Guidebook. And these are just animals. Like that one. And in each of the pages, I love that it gives you kind of a general message of each animal. but it also gives like a shadow aspect of it. So I'm going to read on both of those in each pile. So we'll see how this goes. So let's get one card for hostilities. One card for hostilities. Okay, we have the spider, which is create. For broken heart, we have victory, which is the warthog. Under envy, we have the moth, which is death. Death to envy. Okay, let's get one for the goddess of the moon. We have hunt, which is a hawk, looks like maybe. Some of these, they don't say what they are, and I find out when I get to the book, and the way that the book arranges them is by the animal. So I have to guess what the animal is based on the picture and then look it up because it doesn't go by this word, which would make sense. But, anyways. All right, and then a starfish, which is sacred. All right, that is glorious. Bottom of the deck is protect with a koala. It's so cute. He's so cute. Koalas are adorable. Okay. So let's go first to the spider. All right, so with the spider, this card represents creativity and weaving one's imagination into being. By weaving our individual stories into words, music, dance, art, or any creation of our own making, we create a web of ourself for others to view. The spider card urges you to use your creativity and vision to explore your inner self and express it honestly. Druids believe that the spider is a weaver of the written word. The druid Ogham alphabet, with its crossed lines, may be found in the web of a spider. The web may be seen as interconnecting stories and pathways or a woven spiral from the past to the future. Many cultures see the spider as a weaver of fate and fortune. The spider card may be a message to create your own destiny. In West African and Caribbean folklore, Anansi is a spider with a human face who represents creativity, stories, cunning, and wit. Largely formed from oral tradition, stories containing Anansi were passed from West Africa to the Caribbean islands during the transatlantic slave trade. Anansi's ability to outwit his oppressors and gain the upper hand made him a powerful symbol of slave resistance. The spider may symbolize the power of words and stories in fighting injustice. Wow. I can't believe how much this ties into this pile. Because as I said before, you have a person who's hostile, who's sending all this terrible stuff to this masculine, and he's fighting it. He's like, you know what? I have the powers and abilities and strength within me to fight this, and I'm getting the heck out of there. So the shadow reading for the spider, it indicates creative block or stagnation. It is the cobwebs that form in your mind when it is dusty and littered. It may also be urging you to try to find your creative voice once more after it has been lost in the mire of other people's demands. Wow. So crazy true. Make art for yourself and no one else, and try to rediscover your footing on the delicate web of creativity. So that's so awesome because even in the shadow aspect, it's like, yes, we can become stuck in something that maybe initially we agreed to, and now we're done with it, and that other person is just trying to keep you trapped. And, you may fall into that. You may say, you know what, you're right, I am trapped, and do nothing about it. But based on the whole outcome of this reading, I'm seeing that somebody is getting out of that energy and is ready to fight and ready to, cut cords where need be. So that's beautiful. Okay, let's go to I think it's either a warthog or just a hog. Must be a hog. No. What is that guy's name then? Sorry, I gotta find him. Okay, it's a boar. Why didn't that come to my mind? I don't know, but it stands for victory. And I love how it's covering up the Fury card, and you see Sweetheart and Luck. It's amazing. So this card represents victory and success. Much of the mythology surrounding the importance of the boar comes from the Celts. The boar is a fierce creature associated with success in battle, power, victory, and fruitfulness. The boar card tells us that a great triumph or achievement is imminent and that a period of trial is reaching its end. God. I don't know if you guys feel goosebumps when things resonate with your soul so deeply, but holy cow. It is a card for realizing potential and accomplishing goals. It encourages empowerment and growth. The board tells us that we are on the right track, and this pathway will lead to riches, fulfillment, and greatness. If you read this card alongside other cards in a spread, it empowers those cards with its optimism and positivity. Well, that's just great. Boars are great foragers and adaptive and versatile with their diet. The boar card may also represent the ability to make something out of nothing and gain success in places often overlooked by others. Okay, that's pretty awesome there. So, the shadow reading for that card, as well as being considered a creature of power and victory, the board was heavily associated with battle and war by the Celtic people. The boar may indicate a conflict standing in the way of your success or an obstacle to be overcome. There it is, folks. While it stands for victory and success, which is the Six of Wands. Did we have that? Yep, that's this card. Six of Wands, right there. It means there may be something in your way. So on top of that is the Fury card with the Five of Swords. So you may catch, let's just say, guff on your way out. Again, that person grabbing onto your legs and crying and screaming. But you have everything that you need to be successful, and you know where you're headed, and you're just going to kind of kick your leg and be like, I'm done here, bye. All right, let's go to death, which is the moth. All right. The word death may at first cause you discomfort, but in the natural world, death is an essential part of rebirth, new growth, and sustaining life. While you may choose to view this card as a representation of physical death, understand that it also signifies symbolic death. This card may mean the end of a journey, the end of a relationship, or the end of an attachment. It may also represent the end of one path and movement on to the next. I'm telling you, I'm just giddy in my chair right now because this is so perfectly laid on this whole thing. Again, we're looking at the past and the transitioning into the present. So we were dealing with this. We have the tools. We're going to get victory. We're letting this end so that we can turn the page and start fresh. So lovely. While the moth is known as a creature of shadow and night, we must remember that it is always seeking out the light. Leaves may fall and rot into the earth, but their decay feeds new growth. This card may symbolize hope and happiness in the face of life-changing events or endings, or a new beginning after a life-changing event. The moth card may be urging you to let go of old thoughts, traumas, and anxieties that stagnate your mind, or to cut bad habits from your life that may be holding you back from real change. Okay, the shadow reading for this card. A change is on its way, whether we like it or not. Perhaps we are not prepared. Looking forward and towards the future can be scary and unnerving, especially when we are unsure of the route we must take. The moth may fly too close to a flame and burn. A life-changing event may be on its way. All right, so that's the moth. Let's get into this one. I think that's the hawk. Let's see, the hawk. Yep. All right. So hunt is the word. This card represents the hunt and the pursuit of one's goals, forsaking all else. The hawk is a predatory creature known for keen eyesight and revered for swift, decisive aerial action. The Celts associated the bird with foresight and acuity. The hunting technique of falconry, still used today, was once referred to as hawking and is believed to have existed for thousands of years. This card symbolizes a chase or hunt with a fixation on a specific target. It is the pursuit of a goal or outcome with a streamlined, sniper like focus. Holy cow. So I'm not seeing that because this fell under the goddess of the moon, that she's the one that's hunting and laser focused. No, no, no. I think the thinking man or the king of pentacles is now laser focused on this goddess of the moon. That's the way I'm interpreting that situation. This card may communicate that you will soon find something you once thought was lost. It is a symbol of a successful hunt for something that has long eluded you or that you thought could never achieve. If you are using this reading to decide on a new course of life, now might be the time to try something that you have always wanted to do but thought was out of your reach. Those who do not seek will never find. This card may also represent those born under the Western zodiac sign of Sagittarius. Okay? Is there a Sagittarius, goddess of the moon, out there? Could be. Could very well be. But this reading is literally, it's amazing. I love it. All right, shadow reading for the hawk. The shadow reading might draw your awareness to the figurative blinders or hood over your eyes, like a trained captive hawk, which may keep you from seeing the bigger picture. It is tunnel vision, inflexibility, and being ignorant of the needs of others. So this might be the old energy, that shadow portion. I'm seeing a lot of the shadow portions of these animals so far were probably likely how the masculine and or feminine may have been in the past. But now they have overcome and adapted and are on the right path to move forward. So let's see what the last one is, which is a starfish, and that says sacred. This card represents the sacred geometry and symmetry of nature. From the fractals of succulent plants to the Fibonacci seed spirals on the head of the sunflower, many natural forms correspond to mathematical and geometric formulas. Throughout history, philosophers and even scientists and mathematicians have ascribed the remarkable symmetry and geometry of the natural world to a higher power. This is reflected in the architectural symmetry of places of worship, ancient temples, and spiritual artwork. This card tells you to look for the sacred in the mundane and the supernatural in the natural. When this card comes into a reading, it is a reminder that we are all unified, similar and akin to one another. It is a symbol of our connection to each other as well as to the to the divine, not the dive. Whatever the divine might mean to you, this card signifies our links and bonds with one another through not only our similarities, but our differences. This card might be asking you to rise above a situation or seek enlightenment. All right, and the shadow reading for that card. This card may warn us that we have become preoccupied with the things that separate us from other people. We have focused so much on our differences that we have forgotten our connections. Reconciliation with others or with parts of yourself that have fractured might be necessary. So I, even in the shadow reading on this one, got reconciliation. So I think that is just amazing. Totally, totally, totally amazing. All right. I have one more deck, and this is just an oracle deck. And this is a huge book. It is the Wild Goddess Oracle. And what I love about this is that each page kind of shows you the card on 2 pages. See, we opened it right to the Lover. And it gives you a message and another message. It even has a shadow aspect, but it also gives you kind of a ritual to do. Some of these are spells, some of them are just things to do. But anyways, that's what we're gonna do here last as our oracle. So let's see what Spirit has for us with the last. All right. Spirit, let's tap into this reading with one last message, one last oracle for our collective. All right. What do we most need to hear or see at this time? The truth. I'm going to take that one because it fell out on top. The truth. All right. And on the back, it is number 50. And it says, you cannot be truthful with another person unless you are first truthful and honest with yourself. The truth is not afraid of questions. All right. So that is number 50. All right. The truth cannot be denied, contained, or hidden away. She has the power to push back the darkness of lies and ignorance to show everything to us as it really is. The truth is not afraid of questions or those who have opinions she knows are not truth. She lets them speak freely because she knows that one of the main reasons we are all alive on earth is to find the truth in our own way. The appearance of the truth in your reading is an indication that it is even more important than usual that you tell the truth and be willing to hear the truth too. You must emulate her brave warrioress demeanor and not shrink from others whose truth seems different from yours. Nor should you try to shut them out or stifle them in some way. It is true that the truth shall set you free. And then there is a ritual to help express your truth. It says, this exercise is helpful if you need to share your truth, have a difficult conversation with someone, or want to express yourself without being hurt or hurtful. Gather a journal or paper and something to write with, a piece of clear quartz, and some lavender oil for this exercise. The first step is to get clear on what truth you actually want to express by writing it down by hand. Inhale the lavender oil, scent and touch the clear inhale the lavender oil scent, there should be a comma there, and touch the clear quartz to help assist with clarity as you write your truth. When you are done writing, you can read the words aloud, alone. Hearing yourself say the words can reinforce the intention of what you've written. When you are done, you can dispose of your written words or keep them for future reference. It may help you look back on what was important to you later, to see how you've progressed in feeling comfortable expressing your truth. All right. Now, I don't know what the habits of the collective are, but I myself do journal, and I journal regularly. In fact, I have several journals that all have different purposes. I have a dream journal, so when I wake up, if I remember my dream, I try to write it down, and a lot of times I'll go do a dream analysis and kind of look up what is needing to be understood with it. But I also just write to write, like when things happen. That is probably the most amount of times that I will pull the journal out and write something down. Something crazy happened today. I need to write this down because I'd never believe my future self if they told me that this happened to me today. Sometimes it's just observations that I make. It could be pretty cool sitting in a room with people and just listening and observing to what they have to say without interjecting and without putting your energy into it. And I write about those a lot, just again, my own personal observations. You don't have to talk to the person about them. You never have to let them know that you wrote about them that day. It's just my personal observations. And then what I do like to do from time to time is go back to those journal entries, even from years and years and years and years ago, and read and see what type of person I was, what type of mindset I had at that time. It could be just so revealing. And then it also gives you insight into your progress of your journey, like how far have you come? And then that gives you cause to celebrate, right? I mean, we all have to see everything for what it is. We don't always have to speak on it, and we don't always have to tell everybody what it is we feel or think. Because, let's just be honest, there are people out there who are rude and obnoxious and don't care and, may shut you down. But here's the thing, who cares? Just who cares? I hear so many people complaining about other people's situations, and I'm like, who cares? What situation of that does it affect you in any way? No, it doesn't. Like, it bothers you that somebody is fighting over something dumb, and it's like, but that's not your life. You have control of your own emotions and your own reactions, and that is what makes us stronger in the end. If somebody is triggering us, we have to assume that it could be on purpose, okay? With the manipulative energy, the toxic energy, the devil energy. But the more that we exert self-love and self-preservation, these black magic, stressed out, mad, sick people don't have any power over us. And that's one of the best things that I say to myself when I'm trying to figure out a sticky situation is, you have no power over me. Yep, I referenced the labyrinth. That's what she says when Jareth is trying to trap her in the dream state, try to make her think that this is your house and these are your stuffed animals. And then she realizes that it's all fake. And I think that that's a lot of what's going on here. There has been such an illusion placed on something for so long that someone's finally snapping out of it, realizing what it is they need to do and what they have to do and what they want to do. And there's just somebody being left behind that's throwing hissy fits over it. So, anyways, people, that's all I have for you today. I really do thank you for joining me in this general collective message. I hope it gave insight and clarity to somebody who needed to hear it. I'm thinking of all parties. We have 3 parties here. There's at least 3. Plus, there could potentially be more because we have collaboration. So just know that luck is on your side. Justice is here twice. Wheel of Fortune is here. You are going to get through this. And they hold no power over you. So that's my message for you today. I really do hope you enjoyed it. Hope to see you again here soon. Take care. And I wish you love, gratitude, joy, peace, abundance, and everything in between. Thank you so much. Bye.